Hello, this is part 1 of 3.2 linear equations in one variable. What this section's primarily going to be about is solving more complicated linear equations than we dealt with in 3.1. And we're going to start off with when there's constants on both sides. Now we did technically do one like this in section 3.1 part 4, but this is just to reiterate the steps for doing it. So when you're solving an equation, you want to get all the constant terms on the same side of the equation before you get the variable by itself. So in order to do that, for example, for 7x plus 8 equals 13, we're going to subtract 8 from both sides. Then the 8 and minus 8 cancel out, and we're left with 7x equals negative 13 minus 8 is negative 21. Then we get x by itself by dividing by 7. So the 7's cancel out, and we're left with x equals negative 3. Part B, first step we're going to do is add 9. That way the negative 9 and positive 9 cancel out, and we're left with 8y on the left-hand side. 31 plus 9 is 40. Divide by 8. Divide by 8. We get y equals 5. So y equals 5 is the answer for part B. Now, what if you don't have two constants on both sides, but if you have variables on both sides? That's the next section of these notes. Solve equations with variables on both sides. So we have 9x equals 8x minus 6. Now here, what you really want to do is get the variables on the same side of the equation. So either I'm going to cancel out this 9x, or I'm going to cancel out the 8x. You will get used to, you want to cancel out the one that's on the same side as the constant. So since 8x is on the same side as the negative 6, that's the one I want to cancel out. To cancel out a variable term, you need to add or subtract it. So since this is a positive 8x, I am going to subtract 8x from both sides. 9x minus 8x is x. 8x minus 8x cancels out, and we're left with x equals negative 6. Now part B. This time, instead of canceling out the 8y, because the 5y is on the same side as the negative 9, I'm going to cancel out the 5y by subtracting 5y from both sides. So the 5y minus 5y cancels out, and we're left with negative 9 equals 8y minus 5y is 3y. And then we divide by 3. So that the 3's cancel out. And negative 9 divided by 3 is negative 3 equals y. And the last part for this video, we got 12x equals negative x plus 26. So in order to cancel the negative x out, I'm actually going to add x to both sides. 12x plus x, well that's 13x, equals, the negative x and positive x cancel out, leaving us with just the 26 on the right hand side. And last but not least, to solve for x, I'm going to divide by 13. So we get x equals 26 divided by 13 is 2. And that's it for today's notes.